of you are very excited to see the calendar switch from 2020 to 2021. We all know that it's arbitrary. We all know that there's really no magical difference between December 31st and January 1st, and yet somehow it feels like this is a clean slate, that it's auspicious to be starting the new year. And also let me know where you are watching from, because I'm always fascinated to see where in the world people are watching from. Maybe there's somebody watching from my hometown of Kansas City, Missouri. So one question, as you're looking forward to the new year, what are some habits, or maybe one habit, that you are looking to make or break? Because I think that people are always thinking about wanting to change their habits as part of their New Year's resolution, or part of their one-word theme, or just looking forward to the year. But I do think that there is something about January 1st that gives people that feeling of a clean slate and makes them want to start. And I think because of COVID-19, a lot of people maybe had a habit that was working and now they need to kind of recreate it. That may have been your experience, or maybe something's working really well right now and they're like, well, but things are going to somehow get back to normal at some point. How am I going to hang on to this good habit? Like I've heard of people who are cooking more because they don't have to commute. So then they're thinking, well, once I'm commuting again, how am I going to hang on to this good habit? So, someone else is in New York City. Someone's in San Diego. Yay. South Carolina, Columbus, Ohio. Michigan, Pakistan. Wow. Snow-covered Oklahoma, Chicago, Mexico, Netherlands. So some places are cold. Some places are warm. It is very, very cold here today in New York City. So let me know, what are some habits that you are thinking about? And as you're posting that, just one thing that I often see around this time of year is a lot of people get interested in my book, Better Than Before. And in case you don't know this book, I got really interested in the question of, like, how is it that we make and break habits? Because, I wrote the Happiness Project, and ever since I wrote the Happiness Project, I noticed that a lot of times when people talk about what would make them happier, they know what would make them happier. They'd be happier if they got more sleep, or if they stayed off their phones more, or if they saw their friends more, or they exercised more, or they ate more healthfully, or whatever it is, meditated every day. And so then the question becomes, okay, well, how do you make it into a habit? And so in this book, I talk about the 21 strategies that we can use to make or break our habits. And sometimes people are like, 21 is too many. I just want like 3. But the thing is, each one of us has different ones that work for us. So you have to tailor it to yourself. You have to pick the 21 in here that are going to work for you, because some of them work for just about everyone, like the strategy of convenience and inconvenience. But some only work for some people, like the strategy of abstaining is one of my most important strategies for resisting strong temptation. But for some people who are moderators, the strategy of abstaining doesn't work at all. It's actually counterproductive. Or for rebels, if you know your tendency, my 4 tendencies quiz, rebels don't do well with the strategy of scheduling. And yet upholders like me love the strategy of scheduling. And so again, it's just a question of figuring out what works for you. So if someone says, I will be going to sleep at a reasonable hour, that is great. Thumbs up if that is something you want to work on. Yes. Croatia. Wow. 1 salad a day. I think a lot of people want to eat more healthfully. That's a very big thing. My daughter lives in Kansas City and we have a house of Lake Ottawa. Okay. I love hearing from my hometown. Someone says meditation, break from alcohol, exercise, reading business books. How many people are thinking about doing dry January? Give me a thumbs up. Elizabeth, I don't know if she's doing, I need to ask her if she's doing dry January this year. She has been doing, a lot of people. She has been doing dry January for the last couple of years. And in fact, I just heard of a place here in New York City called Spirited Away, where they sell all non-alcoholic kind of alcoholic stuff, like bitters and aperitifs and things. And since so many people have said to me, it's not so much the alcohol that I have trouble giving up, but the sense of a treat or the sense of a ritual, I thought, well, a store like that is great because maybe you can like kind of trick it out with all the fun things of like having an afternoon, an evening cocktail or something, but without the alcohol, because maybe the alcohol is the part that you want to take out, but you want to keep the ritual. London, Montclair, Highland, California. Oh, this is so fun. Someone says, I'm trying to choose my word for the year. Yes. Are you trying to choose your word